Okay, make sure my audio is properly running. Yep, audio is properly running. Let's listen in really quickly. Okay, it's good. Okay, we are live and running. I'm gonna turn on some music on my end just because I want to listen to something. There we go. How's everybody doing today? How's everyone doing? I am a talking pineapple. Do 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 do. I'm going to... There it is. There's the page I want. We are going to... our hop. Huh? Do 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 huh? Actually, no. You know what? Let's listen to Goldfinger. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. And head off. Okay, audio's still the same. I just forget that the audio in this game is like super low. And I'll come the same. Back up tomorrow. So not the same. I still feel the same. So the general plan right now is ooh. No, the general plan right now is to get the Guardian Wrath Lost armor. And back and again and but yeah, today we're just doing some basic stuff. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Today's weather is making me feel like garbage. I went to the grocery store today, and it's just like I hurt just driving there. It wasn't. It's like it's not even like. It's not even like it wasn't even like normal pain. It was just my ribs just feel so much constriction. And that was just straight up how it worked. Was my ribs just felt so much dang constriction. It was absurd. And that's like, I don't want to say like I shouldn't have gone driving. I needed to. I needed to get stuff for dinner tonight. But I also needed to get, like, some basic necessities, and going there, it's like I found out my favorite yogurt now has a new flavor of strawberry. I'm like, yeah! That made it worth it the entire time. Like, straight up, that made it worth it. I also found sugar-free apple cider packets. So if my mother wants apple cider now, she can now drink it. We both can. So it's like, heck yeah. And that's just because, like, my family, we love apple cider. We live in a state where there's basically an apple orchard in almost every town. It's either almost every town or almost every county there is going to be an apple orchard. I forgot how good Goldfinger is. Yeah, I need to get, like, I definitely need to get the abilities to deal more damage right now. And it's not me saying, oh, I should just run damage skills. No, I am probably going to be running mainly utility skills. I find utility skills a lot more effective for me. Things like focus are going to be really helpful to always have up my rapid fire. I'm gonna be honest, like, there is some stuff this game does I enjoy. There's a lot I don't, but I do think rapid fire was a good addition to Bowgun, like, in this situation, where you have normal rapid fire and then you have super rapid fire. I think that was generally a good addition, because if you don't know, in Frontier, they had a secondary stage of rapid fire, where it was basically just full auto. Which I enjoy that. I enjoyed that aspect. Yes, it was awful in Frontier, but I enjoyed it. When is away. Yeah, there's some stuff this game does right, and then there's some stuff this game does horribly wrong. Going back to older Monster Hunter games has given me that like the ability to look at, like, okay, what does this game do right? What does this game do wrong? How can it improve? What can be improved? What can be scrapped? Stuff like that. It's the reason I say, like, if someone posted a comment about this beforehand, I forget who, but it was basically I think it was, like, actually Sunday that was said. But if Monster Hunter kept the traditional style of, I don't want to say somewhat clunky, of the more so stricter weapon sets and movements, paired with the more updated visual graphics or a much more stylized graphics, I think it would be better. Because you could have a game that looks like this, reduce the polygon count, like, tremendously, but also have the core of Monster Hunter, which was the somewhat restrictive combat that required you to learn your weapon very well. And resulted in you not really being like a generalist with weapons. No. Here I am, feeling older all the time, holding on to what I am, then I'm a Superman. Dying trees, my hesitates, down around me. Moving on, uncycle song, dying to enter more than maybe. I'm so confused, not what to do. Sometimes I wanna throw it all away. Here I am, getting older all the time, getting older all the time, and getting younger in my mind. Here I am, doing everything I can, no matter what I am, pretending I'm a Superman. Every minute, no more, and I'm not sure, I don't know what I can quit, so confused on what to do. Ow. Stop taking away peak power, man. I like that skill. It does stuff for me. Older all the time, younger in my mind. Here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am. Superman. Yes, I'm just listening to Goldfinger right now. It's one of these days where it's just like, you know what, I want to listen to fun music. You expect the next Monster Hunter to be easy on low or low to high rank and then master rank? Yeah, I expect it to be the same. It sounds bad, but like, I understand low rank is meant to be the introductory to the game. And when you look at the statistics for World, a lot of people quit at Anjanath because Anjanath can just one-shot you. I think if they very easily could make low rank difficult and challenging, but not like one-shot you type challenging. Because that was the issue with Anjanath. And even I'm gonna say that, like, that genuinely was an issue with Anjanath and how it could just pretty much insta-kill you in low rank. And yes, some things should be able to do a lot of damage, but I don't think insta-kills are a low rank thing. And that's where I think they did an overcorrection, is people talked too much about, oh, the insta-kill moves in low rank. Okay, yeah, that was an issue. But they did that as a means of challenging. Was it the correct way to challenge you? Probably not. That should have been really... Insta-kills really should have been a thing, like, to be introduced in high rank, but that's just me. Dang it, I missed every shot. But how you doing today, Lost Link? How you doing? Thank you for falling down. I fall and I can't get back up. Oh yeah, so people are still somehow discovering, like, the old Monster Hunter videos I did. People are still discovering those, and I'm like, how is this still an algorithm? That was a good break. It's not really on my side because, like, I haven't been making videos. Like, I wanted to try to get as many, like, daily uploads as I could, but my health decided to just go like, hey, yeah, no, you're not going to be able to do that. It's like, great, man. Can I just get a tail as a bonus reward, please? Because I don't... Literally no bowgun in this light bowgun has slicing, and only 2 heavy bowguns have slicing. I got another plate instead. That's funny. That's funny. That's in there. Not allowed. They place. I'm gonna have to break out a melee weapon if I want to get the tail as a drop, aren't I? Yeah, I am. I need 2 of them. Still find it funny I got 2 plates before I even got a tail. What game do you want to recommend? What game? Because I can add it to the Steam wish list. It's just, I don't know when I'll get to it. Oh, Prototype. Yeah, that's one of those that, yeah, I'd look at it. I've played so many games just to play them on stream now and never finishing them. It's like, it's becoming a habit. Need wing drake hide and monster fluid. That I don't care. I rarely ever actually just like do the like actual attacks. Yeah, I'm trying to play games till finishing them because it's just how that works. Also, I got the leatherworking stuff ordered. It should be arriving before next month, by like the 31st or beforehand. You know what? No, I'm gonna go for the spine. That'll be a better shot for me. Hey, yeah, no, I need you to not do that. How did I not get the wound? It healed. Joe. That was a failure. It's not that they're bloody, it's the issue with YouTube, it's more so any content that's somewhat sexual in nature that they try to get rid of. And then Twitch is more so, how do I phrase this? YouTube cares more about the actual content itself. Twitch cares about the implications, there we go, I can talk, of the content, which is really dumb. Meanwhile, Kick is like, yeah, let's do our own thing. Same with Rumble. But Rumble still has rules. Imagine streaming Manhunt on stream. I mean, yeah. That would be an interesting thing to show. Shirley, leave it. It's getting really windy out. Luckily, I haven't lost power because of it. Yeah, if I'm not talking much today, my throat's still a little sore from going 7 hours on Sunday. That's why Hollow Knight is listed as maybe, not guaranteed. And then, yeah, I can't think of anything else. But yeah, no, the plan is still play a little bit of Monster Hunter, or like, and then play like something else, because that's my main issue, is I'm only playing Monster Hunter on stream. And, well, I was. And rotating between games actually does help quite a lot. I'm gonna probably try to finish up Hollow Knight and then get back to Strange Journey, because Strange Journey is such a long game. Take me back. No, Minecraft did not. And it would drag in an audience I don't really want, which is small children. Plus, when I play Minecraft, I play it like I play it the exact opposite of how I play Rune Factory. Where with Rune Factory, my favorite part of the game is combat. With Minecraft, my least favorite part of the game is combat. So, like, I spend hours just building complicated machines. Oh, hi, Mia. Hello, everyone. I am BundleOfCats. I was about to make the I put tism and autism joke. No, that was, That's a different joke. I am BundleOfCats. I am 7 autistic cats trying to sing Bohemian Rhapsody at the same time. Welcome to the stream. Leo, thank you for the follow. How's everybody doing today? Free the cats. I mean, we are eventually going to be getting singular cat models. It's just a matter of getting the money for it. Because right now there are works to get a humanoid version of the cat of the white cat with a hat and glasses, which we just call Bundle in to make it easy. And then we have a plan to do the black cat with gold eyes in the humanoid form, based on Alex from Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. So I'm getting there. It's just a matter of getting the designs. I'm not even gonna think about the cost to get like an actual live 2D model of all of them. It's gonna be really expensive. Wrath, can you calm down? I get you're enraged, please. Calm down with the fireballs. You're throwing them around like I throw around my cup to drink coffee or tea. This is crazy. I mean, yeah. This is one of the more hectic fights, especially if you're using bowgun. He just got shot in the face. What makes it better is right now, you can't hear it, but I'm listening to 99 Luftballons, except it's the Goldfinger version. So all I have in my ear right now is just a song that's in German, sung in English, with a lot of guitar. We are going for a more human... I'm going to be talking to Critter about how to do the designs. And my aim is... a little... Yeah, not a furry version, no. I cannot stand furries or fursuits. I used to know a guy who was, and whenever I'd say I can't stand them, he'd look at me with the look of, so you can't stand me? It's like, don't show up like one. But no, the plan is to go a little more humanoid in appearance, but still maintain cat-like features, to where it's like, the black cat with gold eyes, Safi, in the actual, like, joke of 7 cats in a trench coat is actually a female cat. So the idea of every cat is that you necessarily won't be able to tell because I'm not a weirdly explicit person, but they're going to be but they're going to be based more so like if palicos were slightly more humanoid. Where if you know what a palico is, it's literally just a cat that walks on 2 legs and swings a weapon. Or in my case, instead of a gun, it'll be a boomerang. Because, game, I want boomerangs back. Man, I love the boomerangs. I love seeing a palico just throw a little boomerang. He's so cute. Yeah, Leo, I enjoy the German version of 99 Luftballons, but I can't speak German, so it turns into me just going, pause, try to find English bits. Okay. Why didn't that trigger? Okay, there we go. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. But yeah, no, the eventual plan is to have some decent-looking image sets, and then if this ever goes big enough where I can afford multiple models, you'd see live 2D versions of them. Is that Rathalos? Yes, it is Rathalos. Particularly Guardian Rathalos. I lost my save file, Rogue. So I'm literally restarting from beginning. Yeah, a lot of people, I find, okay, like, Link, that's the interesting thing about, like, VTubing fat man in a little coat. Kudos if you get the reference, not calling you fat person. I do not get the reference. My cousins are in Germany, and my uncle is too. So I occasionally, whenever they come back stateside, I have to listen to English mixed with German, and I have to remind them I don't speak German, and they have to figure out how to explain things. It just gets really funny at times because one of my cousins grew up partly her life in the States. So her German is worse than her English. So I have a cousin there who basically only grew up in Germany. So his English is actually worse than his German. He is more fluent in German than he is English. It's really funny. His sister's better at English, still good at German, but not compared to English. And then you have her brother, the exact opposite. Hey, I got a tail. Nice. Oh, from Tommy Boy. Okay, that makes sense. That probably makes sense why I didn't get it immediately. But yeah, back to what I was saying, Link. That's the interesting thing that I find about VTubers is, and this is just an oddity that I find, is that you have people who are fine with PNG sets, but then you don't have people who are, but then those same type of people may not be like fine with VTuber models. But then you have people who are usually fine with VTuber models, but not usually fine with PNG sets. It's a weird dichotomy, but then you also have people who can't stand either one. I used to be someone who really cannot stand VTuber models because the early VTuber models looked, I'm gonna be honest, not that good. They looked uncanny valley. They looked like it was straight up ripped from an anime. And that's the easiest way I can phrase it. Where now you have a lot better looking ones, but people still try to go with like the old school style without understanding that that old school style of VTuber model is partly why VTubing took so long to be recognized. And it's the reason why if I ever did like a proper VTuber model, JPEG tuber. Yeah, yep. JPEG tuber. It's the reason why if I ever did like a full set, I wouldn't go for the uncanny valley type effect. And that's the hardest part about doing that, because there is a stylized aspect to VTubing, or as it's called by some people, or as it's called by people, or as it's called, I can talk. Or as it's called by people who largely do like PNG tubing, is that I don't see the issue with it. I see the issue with the uncanny valley effect. Have fun lurking. Don't go too deep into the feline pile. You might become a catnip addict. Too late. Joke, yep. Hey, Alphane. But yeah, like, Mia, it's the reason why with your model, I made the dragon toddler joke. Because your model looks really tiny. And, like, kind of kiddish. But that's also the thing. That's the type of model I don't find really issue with. It's not uncanny, nor is it strange looking within, like... And this is not meant to be mean with how I say this. It doesn't look like Megs from Game Grotto. It does not look like Megs, where it just looks wrong when talking. It has the uncanny valley type of effect. I get what she was going for with her model, but it's like, it's a little too uncanny valley. And that's like the thing that I think that gets a lot of people with VTubing is the uncanny valley effect, and the brain just kind of goes like, no. Is that Calamity out yet? I don't know. I don't keep track of these updates. Just trying to get my save back. Oh, I mean, Arc-Tempered New Erda. I do not know. Oh. I should probably go back online so I can look at event quests. I hate that event quests are limited to online play. I do. It annoys me. I don't know. I'm not in high rank yet. Ad starts in 60 seconds, people. Time to be away from your computer so you don't hurt. This is why I always redeem stretch, check posture, kitchen and back, and hydrate all at once. Yeah, the events aren't locked. It's... Rise, I think, was a step in the right direction, but it also did a lot of things wrong. It was a lot more closer. It was a closer return to form, but the issue with it was that you didn't really end up with being close enough, as I put it. It returned to decorations being actually good. It did. Like, craftable decorations, I miss them. I hate having to farm for them. I'd rather have all of them be crafted. I don't even care if they make them, like, require stupidly rare materials for, like, the 3 or 4 star, rank 3 or 4 decorations. Just let me craft them. That's genuinely, like, one of my favorite things about Rise is they brought back the craftable decorations and they immediately removed them. Now, I don't like... Rogue, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the feline pile. Don't get too hooked on catnip. Be safe. Be safe, Rogue. And God bless. But yeah, I want... What I want in a Monster Hunter game is, I don't care about the visuals as long as it runs properly. And that means reduce the polygon count, reduce the things that are required, so that they can actually have a functioning engine. Because the engine runs stable enough, the RE engine-wise, but the issue is the polygon count. Reduce that, bring back an older style of combat, where you have a much more restrictive moveset, but then you have the ability to unleash your moveset type of thing, to where you can have fancier type of gimmicks. I think that'd be a good middle ground between old gen and new gen. Meanwhile, this is gonna just be craftable decorations, and then the major gripe I have besides that is remove the walk and talk. Just remove it. Make it a cutscene. Make it an in-engine cutscene, and I'd be happy. I cannot stand the walk and talk segments of this game. I cannot stand the walk and talk segments of World. I find walk and talk segments annoying. I'm going after... Is it... If I remember correctly, it goes Guardian Oda Goron, Guardian Oda Julwu, Arkveld, Zoshia? I think that's the order of the upcoming fights. But yeah, once we have the designs for the like humanoid versions of the kitties in the coat, it'll be it'll make more sense. Okay, time to move. Game, I want my sacred. Oh, I literally have to walk up to it now. Yeah, this is Guardian Odo, I think. Also, the sugar-free apple cider is not that bad. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that bad. Yeah, it still has like the slight taste of like sorbitol at the end, but it's not that bad. Pretty good. Come on, Odo. It's Odogara Nobunaga. I need that as a piece of artwork now. I need this monster in like fancy Japanese War of Unification garb. Ultimus 6851, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the feline file. Don't get too hooked on catnip. I'm alive. I forgot I have, it actually shows the damage boost from weakness extortion. Wow, that was a good shot, actually. I forgot that this game has genuinely good music. Which is really funny. Like, they did some stuff with this game really well. And then others are just, no. What was that model glitching out? Okay. But yes, everyone coming in from Mia. I tend to stick to more games than reading the Bible on stream. But I do not mind talking about Bible topics. I come from a much older idea of Twitch where it's just games. Games and games. Before it got all those fancy newfangled features, as I put it. I still remember. Who remembers hosting? I do. Who remembers the friend system? Man, Twitch was so weird. It tried to be like a social network at one point, which is hilarious. Nope, not gonna get hit. I'm not gonna lie, I like the Guardian Wrath armor with how it looks. It looks pretty good. It just really needs I just kind of miss the old armor system, gonna be honest. Healing, healing, I need to heal. I miss my speed eating. I have no idea where this one's going. Oh, it's back down there. Okay. Hey, Luke. I just missed so terribly. Okay. How you doing, Luke? How you doing, Rooster Man? I got the tail break. I got the arm break. I do the Odo. You do the wheeze from Odogaron. Oh no. Odogaron, you do the wheeze. That's funny. When I laugh too hard, I look like Dodogama just toppling over on their side. Good, you got an extension of the chicken coop. Also, fun fact, the diet I have been doing to lose weight has been pretty helpful. I'm already down like 6 pounds. It's going actually pretty nice. It helps that I'm mainly drinking coffee with a little bit of creamer, because I need the creamer. Otherwise, gag reflex. And then tea with honey. So I'm mainly drinking water, which is really good. And I stopped getting sodas when I go out in public now. Like, for like the past few months. Unless I absolutely need, like, a Verner's or something. Oh no, I said Verner's. People who know what Verner's is will immediately know where I live. Keep the secret. If you know what it is, keep the secret so people don't come rushing to obtain it. That reminds me, I gotta send some of that to Faithful. When I'm gonna pause the game really quickly so I can turn on the fan. Both of you settle. Oh, you were playing with your ball. Okay, that's why I was hearing noises from Tess. She was literally playing fetch with herself. Yes, this dog will play fetch with herself. It is absolutely hilarious. Our chickens can't free roam or they get eaten by the hawks and unknown predators, so they had to be inside a runner for the past couple months. That's when you have a gun. That's just when you have a gun. Because the hawks, yeah, that's pretty hard to shoot down. But the unknown predator, if it's like a coyote or a minx or like something that can be shot, do so. It's why I find like Japan really funny. Because if no one knows, Japan has, like, some of the strictest gun laws in the world. But they still allow their farmers to have a shotgun. Because even Japan knows, if you disarm the farmers or the people who raise animals, you're not gonna have livestock. And then when you look at the places that have disarmed farmers, they have no livestock. Which is sad. Because then they need to import a bunch of food, particularly meat, and that imported meat usually comes from China and stuff like that. And I say this bluntly, never trust any imported meat from China. Never. Never trust it. I was gifted an extra runner today, so the runner can be extended because it's pretty small for 15 chickens. Yeah. I can see that. A lot of runners tend not to be the biggest for double digits of chickens. I just got legs swept. Oh yeah, question to all of you. Would you like to see a Expedition 33 solo run? I leave that to all of you. Because I want to play the game again. And I want it to be a challenger, and I also just want to talk to the audience, talk to everyone watching to see how they think about it. It's one of those things. Not everyone enjoys watching turn-based RPGs. Solo as an only one character, yes. It would technically be 2 characters prepped because of how the game works. I would need to prep 1 character before Act 2. No, before Act 3, and then Act 3, I have to prep another character because how the game does stuff. The game's been out long enough. Gustav dies, and I basically need either Mael, Ciel, or Lune to be ready for soloing. And because I've not really used Ciel in a party, I'd probably do Ciel as, like, the solo character. Her moves are pretty good. They're not, like, Verso good. They're nowhere near Verso. No character is near Verso in terms of functionality and damage. But I do want to play, I do want to use Ciel. Because I've done a good bit of soloing with Mael, Verso, and Gustav, but I've not done one with, like, Lune or Ciel as characters. Or Minoko. Man, Minoko's weird. But, like, awesome. Weird. I'd love to do a solo Minoko run, but Minoko doesn't join the party until long into the game. I was playing Final Fantasy 15 earlier today and I got jump scared by Omega. Oh my. I think melee actually might be the better option right now. That was stupid of me. Yeah, I'm trying not to use shielded weapons now. I'm trying not to use any shielded weapons because they are broken in this game. How about, no, you are not hitting me like that. Okay, that was neat. Welcome everybody back from ads. How you doing? My issue with 15 is 15 and 16 just feel too on rails for me. And they're an action fighter game. They are not Final Fantasy to me. Anything past 13 really isn't a Final Fantasy game in my mind. It's a Final Fantasy themed action RPG. And like, I get people find that statement weird, but it's also just one of those strange things that I'm used to Final Fantasy being turn-based. For the first 10 entries of the game, it was turn-based. And then they did Zodiac Age, and then Zodiac Age did... I don't want to say poorly, but it literally had a boss fight that took weeks to fight if you weren't optimized. Got it. Yep, nope, we're just gonna keep doing that. Keep breaking it open. Why am I breaking wounds? I have weakness exploiter. I'm an idiot. I have weakness exploit on. Why am I breaking wounds? Where's it going? I don't know. But yeah, I also I kind of also want to do a solo Octopath run if able, because it would just be interesting. Like I want to do a solo Octopath 2 run with Particio because it would just be comical. It would be the run of how much money am I spending? Because if no one knows, one of the best strategies in Octopath Travelers 2 is hired help. And you can do some really absurd things with it. I'm talking like you could technically, if I remember correctly, you can one-phase the super boss if you do it right. Because you deal so much damage that you actually get locked out of killing him. So you are forced to witness the phase transition, and then you deal like 1 point of damage and he dies. Give me my buffs. Also, color me surprised, they didn't add gold, silver, azure, or pink rats to this game with any of the title updates. They didn't add it. Are they not gonna, please tell me they will not add them, because I don't want them back. I do not want them back. I'm sick of seeing the 10 quadrillion forms of rats. Unless we're talking the one rat that I love, which is Unknown Rathian, I don't care about the others. My brother played this game. One of his first walls was Jin Dahad. Hold up. Your brother got walled in this game? How? How did your brother get walled in this game? And I know that's like, it's not meant to be mean, but like, this game does not have a wall. I'm confused. I think he was underpowered for Jin, probably. If he's getting walled, most likely he is not, like, fully equipped type of scenario. Because, like, in this game, you should not get walled. Like, World, okay, you got walled at Anjanath because he keeps one-shotting you. Okay, justifiable. Justifiable. That takes a minute to get used to. This game, I question how people got walled. This game realistically does not contain a wall. If you're upgrading your gear, it does not contain a wall. Like, you can use the starting equipment. Only the starting equipment. Upgrade the Hope Armor, upgrade the main weapon, upgrade the starting weapon. Like, it's genuinely hilarious. Apparently he had trouble with the big blast. Ah. Yeah, that took people a few seconds to figure out how to get around. Gonna let this play out. I have to use the restroom.
ガーディアンとそれを取り巻く全ての環境を見たわけではありませんが、私はこの仮説に確かな手応えを感じます。
じゃあアルシュベルドも
食べて、そして食べられる。それってもうただのモンスターだよ。
危険なモンスターも退けることができましたし、仮想を目指して進みませんか？
ああ、そうしよう。
準備できたら行こう。僕ここで待ってるから。
Sorry, I didn't realize my microphone was muted. Oof. Ow.
似合うよ。すごくいい。
Okay, Nat.
ハンターさん、
I'll go kill the dragon
アルシ
for
ュベル
us.
ドを探しに行こう。あのさ、アルシュベルドはただのモンスターになったのかな。
どうさ。
Let's talk more hunt.
ハンターさん、僕考えたんだ。森人とガーディアンのことを。ガーディアンは流入に縛られて眉の中で眠っていたけど、それは森人も同じなんだって。
Okay, yeah, we're good.
1000年前の使命を今も守り続けている。そして
I'm gonna put some music back on because my music stopped playing.
そして食べることを覚えた。作られた命を乗り越えて
Do, 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 do.
僕も外でいろんなものを見た。砂原を見た。森を見た。人を、命を見た。僕は
Give me Goldfinger playlist.
同じだ。あいつが壊したのは
There we go. I found best of Goldfinger that has 59 of their songs.
そうだよ。
Hey, Maya. Long time no see.
確かに。なんだよこれ。もしかして。血。
I lost my save. I lost my save.
放送状態気を抜くな
No, no, I have Steam autosaver off, and issue is that if you have autosaver off and you have a game uninstalled for X amount of time, occasionally the save just goes bye-bye. Yeah, occasionally. I have Steam autosaver off because I run a lot of mods on some games. And with autosaver on and mods installed, it can cause things to get bricked if you do not have autosaver off. It's, like, example, Dark Souls 3, it's advised that if you run Convergence or Cinders, you turn it off no matter what. Because issue is, if the game registers a save file that contains data from Convergence or Cinders, it can just corrupt that entire game file. I don't think anyone heard the explanation I just gave. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's just manually backing up some games is just pain. Because they obfuscate where their save data is as a way to prevent tampering. It's like the easiest way I can put it is if you look at Dark Souls, it's actually kind of hard to find your save file unless you know what you're doing. Because the data for your save file is not in the game file itself, it's in app data. So basically you have to dig around certain files to try to find your save and stuff like that. It's part of the reason why Octopath really does not have a save editor. Because they're using... Because of the way it's stored in data, basically modifying your save is very difficult. But, which is really funny because, like, Octopath has, like, is based in Unity, so you can technically X-edit your file, but basically no program supports it, which is hilarious. No, not every game uses app data for your save files. A lot of them will still use the Steam folder. The folder in your Steam for the game itself in your Steam folder, but that's the easiest way to mess with the game data. I stopped it from running. That's funny. People keep asking for stronger and stronger monsters in this game until it's going to turn into, well, we're going to introduce a monster. You literally have to no-hit. I don't think people realize the more you ask for more and more difficulty in this game, because of how little the difficulty was at launch, and even with, like, the first few title updates, I don't think people are going to get exactly what they want. It's going to be the statement, you got what you asked for, not what you wanted. Okay. Ow. I need to run. Yeah, like, Omega is an awful way to make the game harder, and I think that's largely what they'd go down the path of. They'd go down the path of Safi, they'd go down the path of, Alatrion, Fatalis, where it turns more into a puzzle than anything. And that's really, really not how you should make the game harder. Having one or two of those kinds of fights, sure, fine. It actually, it's entertaining when it's very limited. But if everything is just that, it gets draining. The reason the Final Fantasy crossovers are not enjoyable, basically at all, is because they're trying to bring raid wipe MMO mechanics while also having a bunch of AoE attacks in a game that's not based around having a bunch of AoEs and raid wipe mechanics. That's the issue. It's literally they're trying to shoehorn something in that shouldn't be in. No, it's not. It's not designed for this at all. But because Final Fantasy XIV is their biggest collaborator, they do it anyway. When I say, like, the best type of crossover quest is alpha, like, I say this so many times about crossover events in these games. Alphonse Monoblows from Tri with, I think it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Or the, yeah, with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. No, not Brotherhood, the original. When the manga for the original was still going. That, I think, is, like, the best example of a good crossover. And that's because it adds new attacks, but it doesn't take away from what Monster Hunter is about. Also, I say Alphonse Monoblows because it's friggin' adorable. Like, seriously, go look it up. It's adorable. You're gonna have to give me a minute to read that one. Just be a Ford F-150. Arkveld's face. Ford. Arkveld built Ford tough. When I've worked on Fords, and I can tell you they're not built tough. They're actually built pretty garbo. Ford is the Harley Davidson of cars, if you don't know this. They're using technology that's like 60 years old now, still in their cars. And the reason why I say they're the Harley Davidson of cars is because Harley Davidson is still using pushrod actuated for their twin cylinders. It's why when you listen to it, it goes potato, 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 potato. That's how you know your Harley is working perfectly fine. If you hear it try to make potato salad. Meanwhile, Honda just kind of outbeat them for a long time, and then Honda tried to get into like the boutique market by making things cost so much when the entire gimmick of a Honda was affordability. Yeah, it's gonna take. I have to kill this thing before I can read your message, Maya. I fell. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. I was playing reckless. Okay, I'm gonna read your message really quickly. I don't think if they implemented more Final Fantasy, I don't think that they implemented more Final Fantasy 15 elements to it, such as the attack highlighting on the area, giving a bit more time to react, and then dodging its AoE madness, so you can at least still have time to react without potentially getting hit with its so many one-shot combos. I do think that more 3D Final Fantasy combat fighting would have been a pretty fun collab, but instead they threw 15 AoEs at you and didn't give most of the weapons and means to deal with them. Yeah, no, that's how that goes. Every crossover event is like that for Final Fantasy. It's because they're trying to get the people who are used to that style of gameplay to play this game. It's trying to attract a new audience without understanding that the new audience won't stay. I want Guardian Arkfeld as a high rank optional or event quest. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be nice to see. This is why I think, like, in my mind, it's why I say with, like, games, you either do a crossover for, like, a promotional type of thing, but you still keep the game the same way. Or you cross over with a game that's similar in nature to your product. It's the reason why God Eater has never done a crossover, to my knowledge. They have never done one. Even, like, when you have Freedom Wars, Monster Hunter, and so many different games that they could work with, they've chosen not to, because God Eater as a game is... It distinctly places itself in a different territory. So if they try to do, like, a crossover with anything, it just won't look right or function right. But because Capcom likes doing crossover events, they do it anyway. I have an understanding of how raids work within 14, and Capcom does not know how to do raids. They don't. They don't know how to design a raid. They never have. Isn't Outlanders the phone game? Or is that Explorer? I don't keep up with the phone games. The only phone game I realistically play is Fate. These big snuggly noodles that kill you. I mean, I don't know. Calling them big snuggly noodles, though, is a first. I mean, Maya, at this point, the quote-unquote Pokemon ripoffs are better than Pokemon. Oh, man, don't get me started on Pokemon ZA, man. I've made people mad because I just asked the question, how do you enjoy this? How do you enjoy Pokemon Slop now? It doesn't just look bad. The combat is boring. It looks like a launch model 3DS game. And in all honesty, its designs are awful. Like, what did they do to Starmie? You used to think FromSoft was the rulers of no innovation, but you're changing your mind. I mean, FromSoft is a ruler of no innovation. They are, and people defend it because FromSoft good. Because they had 2 good games. People defend it because they had 2 good modern games, and that's it. Meanwhile, if you ask them to play things like Kingsfield, or even Cookie and Cream's Adventures, a children's game, by the way, it turns into, this isn't a fun game. It's like, yeah, I know. It's almost like you only like one thing that they've ever made. And that's all you want from them. You don't want anything else that they make. I don't know if you just heard what I said, Maya. Because ad break. Okay, I gotta heal. I don't think you heard what I said, but basically, FromSoft gets excused because they made 2 good games that were modern within, like, 2010s era. Or the late 2000s, 2010s era type of thing. And that's Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3. Meanwhile, you ask them to go play things like Kingsfield, Cookies and Cream Adventure, Tenchu 2, the metric ton of other games that From Software has made, and it turns into people getting angry because it's like, this isn't what FromSoft's known for. Yeah, no, FromSoft used to make a bunch of different things, but most people don't even talk about them because all they want to do is have more Dark Souls, more Dark Souls, more Dark Souls. Dark Souls ruined the action adventure role-playing game. I don't care what people say. It did. It ruined it. When it first came out, Dark Souls was good. It was a breath of fresh air. A little buggy, actually a lot buggy, but a breath of fresh air. Dark Souls 2, a breath of fresh air because it tried to do entirely new things. Dark Souls 3 just did more Dark Souls 1/Demon Souls. Elden Ring, more Dark Souls 1, more Demon Souls. Just in a fancy painted coat. Just in a fancy coat of paint. Even things like Sekiro and Armored Core, people say, that's not a Souls-like. They play identically to what a Souls-like of that genre would be. Exactly. Sekiro is nothing more than a Souls-like stealth game, where stealth is entirely optional. Armored Core is what happens when you combine Armored Core and Dark Souls. That's what you get. I, truthfully cannot stand FromSoft anymore. Now am I kind of hoping that they do something entirely new with... Am I hoping that they do something entirely new? Like an entirely different genre, entirely different combat system, everything different. Not Dark Souls with their, Escape from Tarkov type game they're working on. I really hope they do.
アルシュベルドが随所に現れたのも強い属性の力を得るためのようでしたし、エネルギーの根源を目指した。職を覚えたとしても、それがガーディアンの。
I'm not okay. I'm not gonna play Stellar Blade because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Stellar Blade in the fact of it leans too much into the let's just make a woman look like a stripper to make people attracted to the game. I'm not even sorry with the way I phrase that. That's exactly what they're doing. If your game needs to bank on that being your main character design, I'm not gonna play it. And that's just due to the fact that I find the idea of having to make your character look like Jessica Rabbit to attract players very dubious and kind of insulting. Not even kind of, it just is insulting. Not to women, not towards men, but it's insulting towards people in general. I understand that it can be like a surprising game for them to enjoy. I just can't. I just won't touch it on principle because of how it was marketed, how they did marketing, how they did character design, and everything like that. It's the reason why, as much as I like Nier Automata and Replicant, my general stance of it is 2B is like that because 2B and Kaine are dressed how they are because Yoko Taro is just weird. It's the same reason. It's the reason why when I get the optional clothing for them, I automatically change it to what I want. It's more a thing on principle than, how do I phrase this? It's a principled hill that I'm going to die on no matter what type of scenario. You. So many quests, man. Hold up, did they actually make all of the event quests entirely playable now? Or do we still not have, like, Sakura Tide? Or do we not have things like Sakura Tide type of scenario? Dang it, I love the armor. I love the armor from Sakura Tide. I have so... Luke, you're not the only one who wants to see things in, like... who wants to see monsters in weird outfits. You're not the only one who watches the stream who wants that. Nice. Nice they are around. Lonely place before.
気になるものはある？
There probably is. I just like the armor. I just like the armor that you get for the arms because it gives you laser hook. Oh, you're talking about the Grand Hub from Suja? Yeah, it looks decent. What the new Diva song is. Okay, every time the Diva comes up, I am someone who goes like, can we have Frontier acknowledged? Because so much of this game, architecture, design, coloration, everything looks so much like it's from Frontier. Capcom hates us and hates Frontier. I mean, yeah, they kind of do. I just realized this makes my character look like an assassin. Okay, my character really does look like an assassin like this. Not gonna lie, that's kind of a good that's kind of a good look. I want Scarlet Land lit by the heavens from Stories 2 in Wyverian for Title Update 4 instead of the Kimura song. Ah.
気になるものはある？
What pain is Yes, to everyone listening or watching in general, I'm kind of just like I'm kind of headbanging to I'm kind of just listening to Goldfinger right now. Because I really like Goldfinger as a band.
似合うよ。もういいの？ Was from second gen, Title Update 2 was from third. Third was probably gonna be from fourth. So that leaves 5th gen, yeah. It does.
Yeah, Zinogre is confirmed. I don't... Someone brought this up earlier about what was confirmed in the next updates or two. I forget what they were. I know Zinogre was one of them. Day a bit again, that's before days, and the other. My issue, okay, here's my issue with bringing back dragons from specifically the New World. Because we know the rough location of where Wilds takes place with how dialogue sits. We know the rough we know the rough area on the continent. And it's not on the New World. It's not on the New World. So if they bring back old world monsters that are not made through like a the Guardian process in which monsters are born as guardians, I'm gonna be really annoyed because they shouldn't be there. It's the same reason why I don't like the idea of Tobakadachi or any 5th generation monster like Kula Yaku in Rise, because they're nowhere near, because Rise is nowhere near the old world. I mean, nowhere near the New World. They're at the old continent still. So I'm just like sitting there like, are they just not gonna respect that aspect of it? I think they are, and it annoys me. Ad starts in 60 seconds.
ハンターさん、流闘を止めないとゾシアが目覚めてしまうんだよね。それが森人がだから。
It's kind of why, like, Shara Ishbalda is a dragon that's game-locked to a degree, in my mind. Because they really can't bring Shara Ishbalda back unless it's, like, a major quest type scenario. Yeah, Basil makes sense because Basil's a known wandering predator. Valkana, same situation. It's literally explained that the thing just moves. It does not have a designated home. Some monsters make sense because they're wandering monsters that don't have a designated home. They have a designated climate, which makes sense for a lot of the flying ones. It's the issue of once you start getting into non-flying with things like Tobakadachi, Anjanath, I forget more of them. Dodogama, stuff like that. Because as much as I love Dodogama, I know it really shouldn't ever return. I hate the slide. I just want a normal reload game. I just want a normal dodge. But yeah, it's like the stuff from the old world that's a known traveling monster, I'm fine with. But it's if they say they have a designated area of rest or a designated area in the world that they reside in type of scenario, I don't want them to return unless the game takes place in that area, which is why I truthfully think a Generations Ultimate type game would probably sell a lot of money. Like, have a game where you're traveling the entirety of the Monster Hunter world. Bring back the monsters in their base form, but also bring it back in a love deviant or like a deviant form type of scenario. Like, only have 2 rats. Yeah, like, we know roughly where Wilds takes place because of the dialogue between players. It's not on the new world. You actually have your Palico confirming this is not on the new world because it says, "Oh, I've read writings about the new world and a thing called the Plunder Blade." Your Palico literally confirms it. Also, because of the dialogue in this game, it also kind of confirms that the first fleet arrived in the New World, like 50-something years ago? Based on the ages of the characters? Like, the first fleet would have had to launch to the New World before Monster Hunter 1 even happened. And adding things like Dalamador would actually make logical sense because the game does have the designated climate areas that Dalamador would reside in. Ah. That's supposed to stun you. Strange. Joke's on you, Zoshia. You ain't hitting me with that. If I had a weapon to sharpen in front of you, I would do that out of complete disrespect. I have earplugs? Hold up, did I get earplugs from something? Also, so put up more of a fight, please. This is kind of boring. I may or may not have fought this thing a little too much when I mainly streamed this game. Right back into it. And phase 3. Okay. Thought I saw the iframes. I didn't. You think it's from 4? Okay.
ハンターさん、お怪我はありませんか？補給していこう。装備の見直しも。
Yeah, that makes some sense. I'm happy we just got Poke Village. That's just me. I like Poke Village theme. Not fast enough. Just take a metric ton of damage, please. literally just sit at its back now. Next potion. And I got another rapid fire ready to go. Perfect timing, actually. Yeah, I played this game a little too much at launch. And bowgun, and you're just spamming Pierce in the right setup, is kind of broken. Please note, this is Ray Dow's gun. I got like 5 to 7 missions before this. Nope. Skip. Yeah, we did it.
おはようございます。ゆっくり休めましたか？ちょうど先ほど作業船が着いたようですよ。それとは別でオリビアさんも私たちも頃合いを見て
Okay.
オーバーヘッドへ向かいましょうか。
変わりないな。みんな元気そうでよかった。よし。
Hearing the Astera theme got me grinning even more than the fat chocobo getting its greens. Yeah, fat chocobo is so fun, man. Yes, Maya. There is a 6-star event called That Won't Work on Me. And it gives Blossom Dance ticket. Okay, nice. Is that, I forget, is it Sakura Tide or Blossom Tide that gives you the armor that gives you the laser whip for when you want to grab things from your arm? I'm gonna do the quest really quickly to get the Kutku captured, and then we're calling it a day. Thank you. to everyone who showed up from me and stuck around, thank you. And to everyone watching, I stream at least 3 days a week. If I start streaming Sunday, that means it's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. If I start streaming Monday, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
それにしても東の全域が北条記になってしまうとは
And I'm gonna probably try to do one. I want to do 2 days a week. It's 2 different games on stream because I actually like that. Where one of the days it's gonna be me just probably just relaxing to this.
それもまとめて調査のしがいがあります。そうでしょ？ああ。あれはモリバーですね。
So tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday will be when I do like 2 games. I will probably be doing Hollow Knight Thursday as well. So it's gonna be a little bit of Monster Hunter, some Hollow Knight, and then call it a day at that point.
想像もつきませんね。それぐらい私たちの手には負えないものですから。そうだな。いずれ星の隊とも協力して詳しく調べる必要もありそうだ。でもまずはこの生態系を楽しみながら思う存分調査しましょう。
Yeah, it probably is gonna be 5th gen. Okay. Yeah, the forest is a lot more calm because we got rid of the thing that's making it go rah 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 rah. Yummy, yummy, excellent. Bad jokes. I don't really have a preference of what they add for music with the Diva. It's just I want something entertaining at least. Hey, we're fighting Kutku now. I know how to fight you a little too well, because I farmed you way too much. Just aim for that. It's almost like I'm playing Freedom Unite again. Yeah, it's almost like I'm playing Freedom Unite again. I believe my tent music is set to Poke Village. Yeah, if I remember correctly, mine's still set to Poke Village. I swear, I use that more as a movement tool than a wound break. If your tent music isn't Poke Village, you're incorrect. I mean, yes. No, not. Yes, I kind of saved my butt doing that. Okay, it's just us now. I really hope they give you capture supplies. There we go. I got the wound open on its body. really need to get focus on my weapon. You and your stupid tracking. Oh yeah, now I remember why I just damage randomly pops because I got Scorcher active. It does basically nothing right now, but that's why it's doing that. I really hope they introduce fights where Sacred is not available. And they introduce areas where you don't need the Sacred to, like, get everywhere, because that's annoying. Just get captured, please. Thank you. Yeah, I actually rarely never use the camera. I basically never used it in World. Razor Sharp, I can't use it. And it's no longer tied to spare shot, so it's like, hey, guess what? I can't do that. I'd love it if spare shot was in this game. Hey, it's Fabius Bile. Fabius Bile, where are your multiple tendril arms? Warhammer reference. So we got Kutku Gun Cuckoo. Sand Scarred Soul. I forget what that is. Okay. So, what's gonna happen is I'll be back Thursday, and we will do more of story plus more of the event quests. So with that said, let's raid out to someone. Kitty is playing Stardew Valley. Joseph is playing Crime Simulator with Rico, Kayla, and Catherine. So we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Kitty. And everything is running. Thank you everyone for watching. God bless. Be safe. I will be back Thursday with probably a 7-hour stream or something. Thank you all for watching. God bless. Again, be safe. And to Poppy says, Bork.